All right, Math 8. Start you out with a view of the practice worksheet that we're going to be working on today, which is graphing points and then finding out if those points, when graphed, are a function. All right, biggest thing, you're going to see two different ways of writing out a set of ordered pairs. Don't know if they're a function or a relation yet. I'll back up so you can see them all at once. Two different types, two different problems. The one on the top, that is just a bunch of ordered pairs written out. Right now it's a relation. We don't know if it's a function yet until we graph it or until we analyze it a little bit. The one on the bottom is just an input-output type graph where they write the x values in the top, the y values in the bottom. Same stinking type of work. Different ordered pairs, but what you can do is plot those points. The first one, 3, -1. I go to my graph right over here. I go right 3, down 1. That's 3, -1. The next one is 2, 5. Right 2, up 5. The next one after that is 8, -1. Right 8, down 1. And the last one is -2, -4. Start at the origin, -2, -4. Right to there. Now, graphing those points on that graph, what are you supposed to look for? How do I know if this is a function or not? You use the thing called a vertical line test. You know what? I'm going to use a Hulk comic book as my vertical line test. This is a vertical line, the edge of the Hulk comic book, and I'm just going to go right along the graph and look. Ooh, there's a point. Do I have more than one point on my Hulk comic book? No, just one. Going. Oh, there's another point. Is there more than one point? No. Oh, there's a point. It's different vertical line. Keep going, and oh, there. The vertical line test shows that none of the points fall on the same vertical line. So this group of ordered pairs would be considered a function. Why? Because none of the domains, none of the x values are the same. And when we did the vertical line test on that group of numbers, none of the points fell on the same vertical line. Okay, makes sense. Pretty simple. All right, let's look at the other one. Ooh, all over the place. Let's look at the other one. This one says 4, 2. Right 4, up 2. Right there. The next one is -3, 5. Back 3, up 5. So far, so good. 0, that's right or left 0 from the origin, up 3. Ooh, looks like it might be a straight line. Looks like it might be a linear graph here. Then it's right 2, up 2. Close to a linear equation. And then -3, 1, 2, 3, down 2 is my, okay. A lot of times when we're working with things, if they're linear or non-linear and you're supposed to look at them, well, number one, this is not linear because there's one major problem here. You've got that one goofy outlier point that's down at the bottom. Also, when we get my Hulk comic book out, boom, boom, I don't have to check any further. Vertical line test shows me that these 2 points fall on the same vertical line. Not a function. So this bottom one, not a function. You could just call it a relation, but if you just saw this, -3 and a -3, you've got 2 values that are the same in the x, 2 domains, 2 x values that are the same, 2 inputs that are the same. Not a function. Doesn't pass the vertical line test. Now, there's one more question that's on the worksheet for 3-2 for functions and relations, and it's about graphing. You've got different types of graphs. If I show you, let's say a line that does that on the graph, is that a function? Well, the good news about it is there's only one part of the graph. Come on, Hulk, come and help us. There's only one part of this graph as you run the vertical line that touches the edge of my comic book as I go along. There's not more than one point on the vertical line. So this would be a function. Yes, a function. But if I change this problem ever so slightly and do this with this back part, okay, make that line. It's still a graph. It's still something that I plotted. It's still a bunch of points. But once I start looking at it, look at, there's 2 parts of this graph on my vertical line here. 2 parts, 2 parts, 2 parts. Bad. Not a function. Bad. So If you have 2 points hitting your vertical line test at one point or at one time, gone. It's not a function. If it's just one, we're good to go. That should be a good little starting point to do this worksheet. The worksheet shouldn't take you much time at all. Honestly, I've already got about 20, 25 kids that have handed it in, and it's completely done. It's not really due until the weekend. If you want to take your time and get it done, this is going to be your last bit of homework. We're going to maybe get the 3-3 tomorrow, and that'll be it. And that'll be due by like Sunday, Monday next week. Some of you still need to get your test in from last week with equations. I'm going to let you know a little secret. You're going to be getting an email from the school saying you got to participate if you're capable of it, or you're going to be held responsible to possibly having to do summer school to make up for this lost quarter. Just a warning. Start to get to work. And I'm signing out. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.